Karen's laugh was a serrated blade, slicing through the town meeting's stale air. You think a few dead fish matter when my HOA's vision is progress, she sneered, tossing her perfectly coiffed hair. The room of Willow Creek residents gasped, their faces a gallery of shock and fury, as Karen, president of the Ironwood Homeowners Association, stood unapologetic. She'd just admitted to approving the cement slurry that choked their historic waterway, a river that had cradled their town's soul for centuries. The same river now lay suffocated, its once clear waters a gray, viscous tomb, fish floating belly up, reeds strangled in concrete. Her HOA's beautification project had turned their lifeline into a scar, and the state's response, a staggering $850,000 fine, had landed squarely on the community, not Karen. The meeting hall buzzed with rage. Sarah, a third-generation farmer whose fields depended on the river, gripped her chair so hard her knuckles whitened. "You poisoned our water for a fancy boardwalk no one wanted," she shouted, her voice cracking with betrayal. Beside her, Malik, a local environmental activist, stood, his worn flannel shirt a stark contrast to Karen's pristine blazer. "This isn't just a river," he said, eyes blazing. "It's our history, our kids' future. You buried it for profit." The crowd roared, their collective grief and anger a tidal wave crashing against Karen's smug indifference. She shrugged, her manicured nails tapping the podium. "The state's fine is your problem now. I just signed the papers. The waterway's death was no accident. Karen's HOA had pushed for a modernized riverfront condos, boutiques, a sterile promenade to lure wealthy outsiders, to speed construction. They'd approved dumping untreated cement waste directly into the river, bypassing regulations. The result was catastrophic. The river's ecosystem collapsed within weeks. Fish died in droves, crops downstream withered, and the town's drinking water tested toxic. Sarah's farm, once lush, now lay barren, her savings drained on bottled water and failed harvests. Malik's grassroots campaign to save the river, years in the making, was reduced to pamphlets floating in sludge. The state's investigation confirmed the HOA's negligence, but the fine meant to fund cleanup crushed the town's budget, threatening school, clinics, and jobs. Karen, insulated by her wealth, faced no personal penalty. The tension boiled over at the meeting's end. Sarah stormed the podium, her boots leaving mud streaks on the polished floor. "You don't get to walk away from this." "Karen," she yelled, jabbing a finger inches from Karen's face. Malik joined her, holding up photos of the river's corpse-gray sludge, swallowing vibrant blues. The crowd surged forward, chanting, "Fix it, fix it." Karen's composure cracked, her eyes darting to the exit. "I followed protocol," she snapped, but her voice wavered. The room felt like a powder keg, one spark from explosion. Outside, thunder rumbled, mirroring the storm within. Sarah and Malik didn't stop there. They rallied the town for a counterattack. Sarah, fueled by sleepless nights and a dying farm, dug into the HOA's records. She found emails proving Karen had bribed contractors to skirt environmental checks, pocketing kickbacks while the river choked. Malik, with his network of activists, organized protests, chaining himself to the cement plant's gates as news crews swarmed. "This is bigger than Willow Creek," he told reporters, his voice hoarse but resolute. "It's about who controls our future, greed, or community." Social media erupted, hashtags like International Save Willow Creek trending as outsiders joined the fight. The state took notice, freezing the HOA's assets pending a deeper probe. Karen fought back, her charm offensive relentless. She hired a PR firm, spinning herself as a misunderstood visionary. "I wanted progress for Willow Creek," she said in a polished TV interview, crocodile tears glistening. "The fine is unfair. I'm a victim too, but the town wasn't buying it." Sarah and Malik presented their evidence at a public hearing, projecting Karen's emails on a screen for all to see. Gasps filled the room as lines like, "Dump it quick. No one checks," glowed in black and white. Karen's face drained of color, her lawyer whispering frantically, The crowd's boos drowned her excuses, and for the first time, she looked small, cornered. The battle peaked at a state-led tribunal. Sarah took the stand, her voice steady despite trembling hands. "This river raised me," she said. "It fed my family, my neighbors. Karen stole that from us, and now we're paying her price." Malik followed, holding up a jar of the river's toxic sludge. "This is her legacy," he said, slamming it down. The judge's gavel fell like a hammer, ordering the HOA dissolved and Karen personally liable for half the fine, $425,000. The crowd erupted in cheers, but Sarah and Malik exchanged a glance. Victory felt hollow. The river was still dead. Cleanup years away. Karen's wealth might cushion her fall, but the town faced a long, costly recovery. The tribunal's ruling didn't heal the river. Willow Creek faced years of cleanup, with costs draining families already stretched thin. Sarah returned to her farm, staring at fields that once bloomed, but now cracked under the sun's glare. She knelt, sifting dry soil through her fingers, her resolve hardening. Malik, meanwhile, turned his activism into action, launching a crowdfunding campaign that drew global support. Donations poured in, alongside volunteers who arrived with shovels and hope. They cleared debris, planted new reeds, and tested water samples. Each small win a defiance of Karen's destruction. But the river's pulse remained faint, a ghost of its former self. Karen, stripped of her HOA throne, didn't go quietly. She sold her mansion to cover her share of the fine, moving to a gated community upstate. From there, she launched a blog, painting herself as a martyr of small-town envy. Her posts gained traction among her elite circle, but Willow Creek ignored her noise. They had a river to save. Sarah and Malik led community workshops, teaching kids about ecosystems and resilience. One evening, under a bruised sunset, Sarah spoke to a crowd by the riverbank. "We lost something sacred," she said, voice thick. "But we're rebuilding not just the water, but us." Malik nodded, holding a sapling. "This is our fight now." The turning point came slowly. Scientists reported the river's toxicity dropping, fish larvae spotted in cleaner pools. The state redirected the fines funds to dredge the cement sludge, and volunteers worked tirelessly, their hands blistered but spirits unbroken. Sarah's farm saw its first green shoots in months, a fragile promise of renewal. Malik, ever the dreamer, organized a river festival where locals shared stories of the waterway's past and vowed to protect its future. The event drew thousands, a testament to their unyielding spirit. Karen's name was barely mentioned. She'd become irrelevant, a footnote in their triumph. Yet the victory was bittersweet. The river would never fully recover in their lifetimes. Sarah and Malik stood by its banks one dawn, the water clearer but still scarred. "We did what we could," Malik said, his voice heavy. Sarah nodded, her eyes on the horizon. "It's not just about the river. It's about what we stand for." Their fight had forged a tighter community, one that valued stewardship over greed. The pain of loss lingered, but so did their resolve. The story of Willow Creek isn't over. You can join the fight, support local environmental causes, or share this tale to inspire change. Every action counts.